Hi everyone, it's Nandi. How are you all doing? It's now 5:08 a.m. here in Jamaica, and I am up and I'm making my juices that I make every morning. So I make two batches every morning and two batches every evening. All right, so this morning I'm going to be making my herbal tea, and this herbal tea blend is excellent for toning the nerves, restoring brain function. So I have my herbal tea that I steeped it last night. This has five herbs in there. Gotu kola, which is a powerful brain herb. It has rosemary, which is also a powerful brain herb to help with memory. The gotu kola strengthens the nerves and restores that brain power, right? So the gotu kola, rosemary, it also has dandelion um, root, and it has plantain leaves and marshmallow leaves. So the plantain and the marshmallow are great in anti-inflammatory herbs. They um, restore proper function to the cells and eliminate inflammation in the cells. So five herbs, and I steeped these from last night, and then after about an half an hour to an hour of steeping, I put it in the refrigerator. So now it's ready for me. So I'm going to strain it. And what I'm going to add to it this morning is just some Otahiti apples and some honey. So I'm going to strain my tea because the leaves are still there. So just to make sure to get all the leaves out of the jar. So this is a glass jar that I store my teas in. And of course, the trash is going to go to my compost. So nothing is wasted. So the trash from the tea, I'm just going to use the spoon to make sure I'm getting out all of that, all the tea. And then I'm just going to put the trash in a container. So when the sun rises, because the sun isn't yet up, I beat the sun to it every morning. So when the sun rises and I go out into my garden, I will um, put this with the compost. So I have some Otahiti apples that I've cut, that I've sliced already. Have some more in a bowl waiting. So these are Otahiti apples, very nice and sweet. So I'm going to pour the tea into the bullet that has the apples, and I'm going to blend that. So I'm blending that in my tea. It doesn't take much at all to blend. And you actually don't have to strain it, but I prefer to strain. There are certain fruits that I prefer to strain. Some I just pour them into my smoothie as is. But like apples, I prefer to strain my apples. So you can add some of the tea just to make sure you get out all the goodness from the apples, and you strain that. So just use the spoon to work that through the strainer. All right, so work it through. Use the spoon, give it some pressure, apply some pressure, and work it through. Right. So I prefer to have, in terms of fiber, some person might say, but you need the fiber. Well, I get fiber. I eat lots of fruits. So the fruits that I eat as is will give me enough fiber. So when it comes to my juices, I like them to be smooth and nice. So the fruits that I don't strain would be like my mango, papaya, banana, custard apple. Well, I strain the custard apple to get all the seeds. Jackfruit, those kind of fruits. So you don't have to strain those. But like the pineapple, the apple, and the avocado, you don't have to strain, right? So there are some fruits you just blend them and just dump them into your smoothie as is, and just combine their flavors, and you're good to go. It's all up to you though. If you love your juices with the fiber in it, more power to you. You don't have to strain it. So I'm going to blend the other batch of apples. So just get those into the bullet. Alright, so my tea is finished. So I'm going to add spring water for the rest of it. So I'm going to blend this and strain again. So that's the apples. Alright, so this is it. This is how it looks blended. So I'm just going to strain, add some more water to get that goodness out. And also when I make my juices, I typically make for 4 of us. So just pour the water to wash out the shake out the bullets. All right, and I'm just gonna strain this now. So just use a spoon to work that through the strainer. Or like I said, if you don't want like straining, just dump it in the mix and you're good to go. Just dump it in. I'll take the time and I'll take my time and work it through the strainer. Um, I'm good like that. I don't mind. Even though, in the mornings you're kind of pressed for time. But the things that I can prepare beforehand, I do that overnight. And so to give me some more time in the mornings. But stuff like this, taking the time to strain, or to certain fruits need a little more preparation than others. You take your time and you do that. So like the coconuts that I use for my smoothies, when I have a little more time on the weekend, I'll just get a batch of them, hucks them out, as we call it in Jamaica. We say we hucks them out, which means we remove the shell, and I just wash those, cut them up, and parcel them out, and store them in the fridge or in the refrigerator. And then each time I need a batch, I just go for that batch. So that's how I do my coconuts when I can. All right, so so this trash now goes towards my compost. And I have I actually have more than one compost heap going on in my garden at all times, and I use that as fertilizer for my flowers and my garden crops. All right, so now we have a rich brew. So we have our teas, and we're going to add some honey to that. Nature's perfect food, honey. So honey you add according to your taste. So this is pure honey. I don't use sugar as a sweetener. So you're going to stir that. Stir, stir, stir. Make sure you get the honey dissolved properly into that. All right, and then you pour it into your glass jar. All right. Okay, so that is our herbal tea blend. So just to remind you, this is a powerful tonic for the brain. So this has gotu kola, which is one of the most powerful brain herbs. It has rosemary, which is excellent for restoring your memory, whether short-term or long-term memory. Rosemary is great for that. It has dandelion root and plantain leaves, and so the plantain leaves is an anti-inflammatory, and the marshmallow leaf is also an anti-inflammatory. So 5 herbs in this brew, and then we had our apple, Otaiti apple, and honey. So try it if you have those ingredients on hand, or just use your own herbal blend and let me know what you think. So this is Nandi. Catch me again this evening at about 5. I do 2 batches of juices in the mornings, 2 in the evening. So around about 5 o'clock Jamaica time, tune in and you can see me preparing my evening batch of juices. So this is Nandi, and I'll see you later.